scare away the devil.
Okay,
Right.
brother.
You've made 2 points. You said Muhammad said that there would be 72 sections amongst 72 sects amongst the Christians.
Yes.
If that statement is reliable, then this means Muhammad is unreliable.
No, but listen.
Because the Christians are divided into thousands of sects.
Can I say something?
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. It's our fault, but that is the truth.
Okay, if you're saying...
So Muhammad is wrong.
Okay, listen. You're making a claim, right?
Yes.
Bring evidence.
Yes.
Bring me evidence. And the second point is 72 main sects.
Can
I'm not talking about the branches in the sects.
pull up a list of the denominations of the Christian church?
Is it 1,000? But listen,
Easily.
I'm talking about the main ones, not the branches in each one.
What constitutes main?
Main is like Protestant, Catholic, not the branches in Protestant, and possibly it could be in that. If you can get me 72, let's see if you can get me 72. I'm waiting right now. Let's see if you can bring me 72. This is your job, just like you build.
1 second.
You're a builder.
Let me correct you.
34,000 Christian denominations.
There you go.
Under
So
what?
Muhammad is wrong.
Under what?
34,000.
Under what? Under
So Muhammad, he doesn't like to be corrected.
No, branches, branches.
Because his prophet is
No,
not wrong.
no, branches,
This is why it's
branches.
upset.
It's like a tree. You got
This
branches.
is why it's
Listen,
upset, because
if there's 72, listen, bro. Listen,
Calm down.
If there's
Calm
7,
down,
listen,
bro.
if there's,
Calm down,
listen
Modi.
to me.
Modi, you're pushing me now.
Listen, if there's
You're pushing
72,
me.
if there's 72
Modi,
trees, listen,
Your
you let me talk.
prophet is wrong.
If there's 72,
and we've just had the facts.
If there's 72 trees,
What
yeah?
is more
If there's
important now,
72
Modine?
All right.
What is more
Let me
important?
talk. Let me talk.
What
Let me
is
say
more
one thing and then you talk. One thing.
Okay, one thing and then you'll let me
Okay.
reply. One thing.
If there's 72 trees, yeah, I'm not talking about the branches in the tree. I'm talking, for example, there's 72 trees, and each tree has 1,000 branches, for example. So I'm talking about 72 main sects. This is what I'm saying. Habibi.
Now let me reply.
Shukran.
So, what Modine and other Muslims now have to contend with is that their prophet, speaking about the future, has given false prophecy.
No, it's not false.
Because Muhammad
You don't
said,
got evidence. You don't got evidence.
Let me, did I interrupt you? Let me in. Thank you. So Muhammad said that there would be 72 sects amongst the Christians. And to our shame, we as Christians are divided into the thousands. So Muhammad is wrong.
No, I just said
Now,
branches.
then he said no, just the big branches, and he said Orthodox, Protestant, Catholic. Well, Muhammad is still wrong because that's only 3, not 72. That's not 3. So basically, his argument. Did I interrupt you?
Alright.
So his argument is wrong whichever way he wants to play it. It's wrong because it's thousands, or it's wrong because it's 3. In other words, what he will do is he will ask me to name 72 denominations and then say Muhammad is right. Counterfactual arguments do not make sense. If the evidence leads you out of Islam and Muhammad prophesied incorrectly, he is not a prophet of God and you should leave Islam.
Listen, brother. Listen, the only reason you hate Islam...
need to get this stick.
Listen, Moses. I hate the
You're
devil.
not Moses.
I hate the devil with it.
And why don't you say peace be with you when you peace upon him?
Musa alayhi salam. Okay, peace be upon him. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim first of all. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
You've got to keep scaring him away. I mean, did it not work the first time?
Listen, because there's a whole army of them. I'm fighting an army back there. Jinns are around me. Listen.
What about just sin in your own heart?
No, sin. Okay, we'll do that later. But listen, what I'm trying to say, brother, is that what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say to the people of the book? He says, we believe what came down to you, and we believe what came down to us. And
where does he say that?
Which surah is that? I'll get you the verse. It says, we believe what came down to you, and we believe what came down to us, and our God and your God is one, and to him we are Muslim. This is what Allah says. Okay? So listen, brother. I believe in what you believe, Christian. I believe in the Torah. I believe in the Bible. But what you are the one that's going to be in trouble on the day of judgment because you don't believe in what I believe. So I can get to heaven according to Jesus, but you can't get to heaven because you're not Muslim, are you? And Muslim is believing in Jesus and being a Christian at the same time. I'm not telling you to believe Christian. Stay as a Christian, but say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan وجيسس وموسيس وإبراهيم وموسى
Say it, Bob.
رسول الله.
Can I reply?
اللهم صل على
Can I reply? Okay, now please notice, I didn't interrupt him. Okay. So Deen, being the nice guy that he is, and he seems like a nice guy, yeah, anyone who can pull those gloves off, you have to respect him, you know? Right? He seems like a nice guy, he's going to let me speak. And he said that Muhammad said that he believes in what we have. Now he was saying that in the 7th century to Jews.
And Christians, and Christians.
So,
يا أهل الكتاب, and the Christians.
So he was saying,
and the Christians.
Do you notice his interruption?
Sorry, I just wanted to correct you.
So let's just look at an example of this. In Surah 4, Ayah 47. O ye people of the book, Alim al-Kitab, so that's a general greeting to Jews and Christians. Just incidentally, right there we have an error. Because Christians are not people of the book.
They are.
We are people of the Word, Jesus Christ. Not people,
of the book.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
Muhammad was wrong.
You're people of the book.
No, we're not. We're
Yes,
people of the Word.
I'll bring you proof.
Believe in what we have now revealed, confirming what was already with you. So this is Muhammad speaking in the 7th century to Jews and Christians, saying that what is with them in the 7th century is confirmed by what is in the Quran, which means that the Muslim argument that the Injil and the Torah have been corrupted and lost is a contradiction, because you cannot at one and the same time confirm what is with a people in the 7th century and then in the next breath say it is totally corrupt and lost and not contradict yourself. Furthermore, because of the evidence of over 20,000 manuscripts, we know what was with them in the 7th century, and it is what we translate into English today. And this book contradicts this book, which means that Muhammad was wrong again, because you cannot confirm something that contradicts you. So the Bible contradicts the Quran, so Muhammad is wrong for saying it confirms. So we have now 3 contradictions based purely on that one argument. And so I would ask you, Modi, I would ask you, because I cannot accept a false prophet.
But you took so long, you never let me talk.
You spoke for quite a while.
No, but you spoke longer than me.
And I didn't interrupt.
No, but you spoke much longer.
I want to ask you one question.
No, you gotta give me the same time.
I want to ask you one question.
Be fair, bro.
I want to ask you one question.
Be fair, though. Yeah?
Okay?
Be fair.
Because no Muslim I ever asked this question to ever has the answer. The question is this. You claim that Jesus brought an original Injil.
Yes.
Outside of the Quran, where is the evidence of its existence?
Okay. The Injil, the real Bible, which has not been changed at the time of Jesus over 2,000 years ago, is with Imam al-Mahdi. Imam al-Mahdi is the 12th disciple of the Prophet Muhammad. He's the descendant of Abraham. The Muslims and the evil people and the Zionists will fight Imam al-Mahdi. Some Muslims, not all of them. They will fight Imam al-Mahdi. Jesus will come with Imam Mahdi and he will back him, basically. Like, you know, when you got beef and I back you, he will back Imam Mahdi.
Like we stand against Salafism.
Yeah, for example. So Jesus will say to the Christians, the good Christians, this is the cross, you will break it. The Muslims, like Saudi, Saddam, all of these terrorists, they will try and kill Imam al-Mahdi and Jesus. Jesus and Imam Mahdi will fight against terrorism, they'll fight against Zionism, and Jesus will produce the real Bible. And he will produce the real Torah of the Jews. Listen, and this is with Imam Mahdi. Imam Mahdi will bring it. Imam Mahdi has the stick of Moses. Imam Mahdi...
I know I'm an attractive guy, but honestly, you don't need to touch me every 2 seconds. I'm sexy, I get it, but please.
Okay. All right. MashaAllah, yeah, you say MashaAllah. When you say that, myself say MashaAllah so you don't get hit with the evil eye, okay? Listen, because you know the evil eye. Okay.
Carry on with your
So,
his prayers are not working. The devils keep coming back.
Now, listen. What I'm trying to say...
What about the sin in your own heart?
No, we'll deal with that later. But what I'm trying to say, when Isa comes, Isa the destroyer, where is he? Isa the intellectual black Shia. When he comes, we'll bring more evidence. Call Isa. Back up. My phone's in there.
Calling for backup, guys.
Hey, listen, I ain't got credit. Yeah?
Calling for backup.
Hey, you got credit?
Send him in the camel.
His number's in my phone. Huh?
Get a credit, Mo.
Hey, fam, listen, yeah? What's it called? Take my phone out there, Nokia one.
Do you mind if I speak?
No, 1 second. Listen, call Isa quick, yeah? Listen, yeah? What I'm trying, because he knows about that. He was a Christian, he became Muslim, and he became Shia, yeah? Shia Muslim, the right Islam. But what I'm trying to say, he knows more about it than me. But what I'm trying to say is that I know the secret stuff. Because there was a Jew, a rabbi Jew in Israel. I forgot his name. You don't go Google it. Okay. But do you know what he said? Just before he died, this was about 10 years ago. He said Jesus is coming back. And he died. And he's a big rabbi for the Jews, yeah? I know you've heard about it. I forgot his name, yeah? But I'll check it on Google, yeah? What I'm trying to say is that just like Jesus went into our colleague, Gabriel took Jesus with his wing and hid him from the Jews from stopping him from killing him, Imam Mahdi, Allah took him away so the Salafis and the Wahhabis don't kill him. So what it is, and the Saddamis and all these terrorists don't kill him. What I'm saying is that they have got, right now, they have got this secret, and World War III is going to kick off.
May I reply?
World War III is kicking off. Listen,
May I reply?
Jesus
no,
is
okay, bro, I don't want to shout over you, but you've been speaking a while, and I've been listening patiently.
Alright, no, but you talked a lot, but I've got a lot of things to say.
But people can decide if I'm not being fair.
So, I asked Deen a very simple question. And the question was this. Muslims claim that the original Injil, as in the original book that was supposedly brought by the Muslim prophet Jesus, has been lost and corrupted, and that the New Testament that we have today is not what Jesus brought. And my question was a simple one, very simple. Outside of the Quran, where is the evidence of such a book? And what I heard was nothing related to the question.
Okay, I'm going to ask you.
Let me finish.
Because you never let me finish.
Let me finish. The reason why no Muslim, when asked this question, can provide a shred of evidence is because it does not exist. And all the evidence confirms that what Jesus inspired was the New Testament, and that we have it today in the Bible. And that there is no such Injil of the Muslim believers from the 1st century. No evidence of it at all.
Where's Isa?
Which means that the
Where's Isa?
Quran, a supposedly divinely revealed book, is making a claim that is contradicted by all the evidence based upon history.
I can't talk.
And
that's not fair.
One finish.
Sure, come on, Bob.
Let me finish.
Bob.
And as such,
Bob.
If it contradicts all the evidence, it means that is not inspired by God.
Okay, listen.
So I'll ask you again, Deen.
Yes.
You have claimed that the real Injil is no longer with us. Where is your evidence outside of the Quran that it ever existed at all?
Okay. The 12 disciples of the Prophet Muhammad who have been killed, all killed by the terrorists. Just like Matthew, Peter, these disciples you had, Jesus had. Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family, who is the descendant of Abraham, is the cousin of Jesus, he also had 12 disciples from Allah, just like Moses and Jesus. They were killed by these Salafi Wahhabi terrorists and these Saddami people. They were killed, even the Prophet's grandson was killed.
I believe you.
Alright, move on. So what it is, these disciples had parts of the real Injil. They had it. And I can bring you evidence right now from scriptures, from the real Injil.
Go on, then.
I will bring it to you.
Right now.
Okay. Who's got internet?
He hasn't got it.
I don't know. Who's got internet?
I've got it right now.
No, I'll bring it. I'll bring it to you. I'm going to, while you're out, just take out Bible and Imam Sadiq. Imam Sadiq, S-A-D-I. Listen. So what I'm trying to say, Imam Sadiq and Bible, then. So the 12 disciples of the Prophet Muhammad, who were chosen by Gabriel, Allah, and the revelation was given by the angel Gabriel, talked about the real Bible of Jesus. This can be found with the Ahlul Bayt. The family of the Prophet Muhammad have got the real Bible, which was sent down to Jesus. And they talk about how Jesus mention how the stories of Mary, stories of Jesus. This can be found with the oppressed Muslims, the followers of Ahlul Bayt. These people have the hidden knowledge and treasure of Jesus and Moses. But what I want to, because the terrorists that hijacked Islam destroyed all of these things, trying to destroy Islam, trying to destroy the humanity, trying to destroy the world. These terrorists, ISIS, Saudi, Saddam, all of these people, they do not have a clue that they are in they know that they are in the Satan's army. They have destroyed and killed and wiped out and they have mass murdered just like they do.
May I reply?
1 second, let me finish.
All right, finish.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say, the real Bible, the real one that was in the time of Jesus, not the one that got changed after they tried to kill Jesus. If they're trying to kill Jesus, you don't think they're going to try and change the Bible?
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying.
So, right, the argument has been made that in the 7th century, the Muslim Injil was there, and it has been preserved by the minority community of Muslims known as Shia. However, I want to see the textual evidence going back from the 7th century to the 1st century, demonstrating that such a text has been preserved. And the reason why I demand this evidence is because I, as a Christian, can produce like evidence to justify that the New Testament that I believe in goes back 2,000 years. And I can do this by quoting things like P136, which is a 3rd century document of Mark, or P54, which is the very first fragment of the Gospel of John that you can see in the library in Manchester with your own eyes. I can look at Sinaiticus and Vaticanus, documents you can see in the British Library today with your own eyes. You can go and see them, and these texts demonstrate a number of things. They demonstrate what scholars call the tenacity of the text, which was that the New Testament was being copied frantically and fanatically by 1st century Christians across the Mediterranean, with no one controlling the text. 2, the 20,000 manuscripts that we have as Christians, 10,000 in Latin, 5,000 in Greek, and 5,000 in a combination of other languages, including Gothic, Syriac, Armenian, amongst others, demonstrate that no power, no authority, including a Sunni caliphate, had any power at all to control the text.
Can I talk about Jesus? I mean,
I am not Jesus.
No, it was accident.
I am not Jesus.
Listen,
Jesus is.
listen,
Not
it was accident. It was accident. Like,
So,
no, you talk so long.
I'm going to finish. I will conclude.
Be fair, Habibi.
I will conclude.
Be fair, Habibi.
I'm going to conclude now.
Habibi, okay.
I am going to conclude now. Here is my conclusion. The New Testament that we have is reliable because the evidence demonstrates that it exists. He is now going to produce some texts from the 7th century or later evidencing an Injil. Once we've seen that, I want to see proof that that existed in the 3rd century, the 2nd century, and the 4th century. And finally, his argument is premised on the idea that a Sunni caliphate destroyed the original Injil, and the evidence demonstrates that no power, not even the church, had the power to control the transmission, the translation, and the copying of New Testament text. No power, not even the Roman Empire.
Okay, my brothers, as you know, that the ancient history of Iraq, for example, the Babylon, there's a lot of history in Iraq and these countries where the tomb of Jonah, who is called Yunus in Islam, who was swallowed by the whale. His tomb was blown up in Mosul, right, by ISIS terrorist scum.
Which is a crime.
Yeah, which is a big crime by these ISIS terrorist scum.
And they should be punished.
They should be punished, but unfortunately, Muslims are not condemning it, and it's disgusting.
I condemn it.
I condemn. Thank you. What I'm trying to say is that there's prophets. There's prophets in Iraq. There's prophets in Palestine, in all these countries. So there's a big history. The knowledge that you want right now, it is a vast, a very fat amount of knowledge. Like you're gonna have to do just like you study dentistry. You can't come and be a dentist in one day for teeth. So you want the holy books to be described in 1 second or 10 minutes? No. So no, I'm just saying. So I'm gonna have to send you the links.
Yeah, but don't characterize my argument.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to send you the information where you're gonna read that home because it will take hours to do all of it now.
You could produce it.
No.
So
of course I'm producing it.
So, all right.
But I'm saying it's like saying teach me dentistry in 10 minutes. I can't teach you dentistry in 10 minutes. It's gonna take a little bit of time. But what I'm saying is that we're gonna send you this. That's my brother here. We're gonna send it. We're gonna take it up. We're gonna send everything to you. But what I'm gonna say is that in the Bible, the book of Revelation, in chapter 12 of the book John speaks about a lady with a child. Let's read the entire chapter to understand the prophecy. Revelation 12.
We're talking about the original.
Okay, so it talks about it. Anyway, who do you think the prophecy speaks about? It's a long prophecy, okay? So this man called, without any doubt, this prophecy speaks about the Mother Mary and her son Jesus. Even Matthew Henry in his Bible commentary says, it's generally agreed by the most learned experts that the narrative we have in this and the two following chapters from the sounding of the seventh trumpet to the opening of the bells is not the predicament of things to come, but rather, anyway, some long story. Anyway, John, then he talks about more revelations. Can you please read out the first 3 verses of the book of Revelation to me? So John reads them out, for example. It's clear from the book of Revelation speaks about the future events and not the past. John said yes. But the Bible commentators say that it's all about the past. Well, brother, you have a choice whether to believe the Bible commentators or the Bible itself, okay? You heard what I said. You have a choice. You have a choice. So John said, okay,
Shall
all
we
right.
agree to one
it's not
point
about,
each,
okay.
or a limited
Dear brother,
amount of time?
okay, all right, let me finish. There are 12 who are mentioned in innumerable places in the Holy Bible. For example, Revelation 21:22:1, which speaks about the river of life that nourishes 12 trees, which are a guidance to all nations. Remember the number 12, because 12 disciples for Moses, 12 disciples for Jesus, 12 disciples for the Prophet Muhammad, okay? Listen. Similarly, there are many hadiths from the Holy Prophet that speak about the 12 in Shia and Sunni books, but the Sunnis do not believe in it fully. That's why the Islam is messed up. Okay, the Prophet said there will be 12 Muslim rulers who are the descendants of Abraham. This is what who will lead the Islamic world. He then said a sentence. My father said all of those rulers are from the descendants of Abraham. Okay. John then answers, but the crown of the 12 can also refer to the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ who spread this message after him. Can you name them 12 apostles? John said, okay, why not? The 12 apostles were Simon, Peter, Andrew, James, son of Zebedee, John, Philip, Thomas, Matthew, James, okay, Judah, okay, listen, Simon and Judas, okay, yeah.
Okay, can just because, just to bring a bit of order to this discussion, can we agree to 4 minutes, 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, can we someone start timing us 4 minutes, 4 minutes, please? Yeah. So, I'll let you finish.
Okay.
4 minutes. And
Okay.
then I'll reply.
In the Bible, even Imam Ali, who is the cousin of Prophet Muhammad, who the ISIS terrorists hate, Imam Ali, who's the descendant of Abraham, who will lead the Muslims as the Prophet, he's mentioned in the Bible. And the father of earth in Arabic, Abu Turab, he safeguarded the Holy Prophet in the wars when most of the helpers and supporters deserted the Prophet Muhammad, like they called the Sahaba. They left the Prophet Muhammad, but only Imam Ali was in the face of the enemies because he's the bloodline of Abraham. He has the power from Allah. Okay. In every battle against the pagan, it was Imam Ali who protected the Holy Prophet. And if it was not for his bravery and his sacrifice, the Holy Prophet would have been murdered and Islam would have been finished. So what I'm trying to say is that in the Bible, in these chapters, there are so many stories. Satan wants to take revenge. That's why he's bringing ISIS terrorist scums to kill Muslims who love Ahlul Bayt, who love Ali. Satan wants to take revenge because Ali spread Islam and spread the true message of Jesus and Moses. Yeah, but okay.
Okay, so start me 4 minutes, and from now we're going to do 4 minutes, 4 minutes.
You give me 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, so 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, right. So the brother makes an argument. Bearing in mind that the question that I asked was very clear. I asked the brother to produce evidence of some Muslim Injil. That was the question. And I heard no evidence at all.
I'll bring the evidence. I said I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
I did not interrupt. What I heard was quotations that were quoting the Bible. This Bible. The one they're saying is corrupt. The one they're saying is lost. So they're constructing their argument for a Muslim Injil.
How do you know it's not the Bible before?
From a Muslim
How do you know that's not
Injil
been changed?
by quoting the Bible we have. That makes no sense. You can't on one hand argue that the Injil is corrupt
Only some
and
of it.
then say,
Not all of it.
I did not interrupt you, Modi. You cannot on one hand say that the Injil is corrupt and lost and then try to reconstruct a Muslim Injil based upon quoting the untrustworthy documents.